Thought Bubble Audio.
Look, up in the sky!
You will never find the more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Welcome to Beer with Geeks with Tim and Frank.
Who are you?
I'm Batman.
I am Iron Man.
Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Hi, Christopher. I'm Nero.
My name is Inigo Montoya.
You're a wizard, Harry.
A couple of guys with a couple of beers and a whole lot of pop culture nostalgia.
Make it so, number one.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles.
I named the dog Indiana.
Life finds a way.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Now sit back and crack open a cold one, because it's time for Beer with Geeks.
It comes in paints.
Shaken, not stirred.
Great Scott!
I was way off. I knew it started with an S, though.
Hi, and welcome to Beer with Geeks, where two geeks geek out with beer. I'm Tim, and with me, as always, is my man who loves not D1, not D2, and not even D3, but D23. How are you today?
I kind of wished you would count all the way up, not D4,
not D14, not D15, not D16. That would be where the skip 15-second button came in really handy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
just
exactly.
Bam. Yeah.
Hi, bud.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing just fine and dandy. How are ya?
I'm doing pretty well. I am excited to talk about some news. We're not really a news show, Frank, but I love geeking out about the news with you.
This just in, Beer with Geeks, not a news show.
Not a news show. However, today is a news show. Let's see what the New York Times has to say. At G7, Johnson & Johnson ordered to pay $572 million in landmark opioid trial. Bam. Wow.
We're tipping our hand as to when we recorded this.
Yeah, everyone can go
that's
back
why
and...
we're not a news show. That right there. That is the reason.
Tom Cotton writes about why we should buy Greenland. And
all right.
the comedians
so
challenging stereotypes.
What
wow.
are you drinking?
Now, sorry, I'm invested in the news. What?
Other than the Kool-Aid, what are you drinking?
I am drinking Taylor Swift's diary entries as a must-read companion to Lover. That's what I'm drinking. No. I am drinking Planet Caravan, which is a limited release from the Finch Beer Company. It is their Cosmic Kettle series. It is a Berliner-style Weiss, aged on sweet cherries and American oak.
I don't know anything about this brewery or this beer. This is a new one to me. Finch Beer Company, Planet Caravan.
Finch Beer Company is canned in Chicago.
Oh, cool. That's a cool can, too.
It is a cool can. It's a sweet can
in space.
It's a sweet canavan is what it is. Get it?
Heyo.
Hey. Yeah, there's a little what do you call station? It's a station wagon with a turtle and a dog and a cat looking out the window.
Love that.
Because reasons. Yeah, it's good. It's not I like it. Actually, I like it a lot. But when they say sweet cherries, it is a little on the sweeter side.
Okay.
It's almost like a sugary beer. It's like tipping its hat towards cider almost. And it's delicious. It's delicious. I don't know if I would say if you're in the mood for a beer, I wouldn't necessarily point you towards this, but if you're like, oh, yeah, I guess I'll have a drink. What kind of beers do you have? This is what you want. That's the kind of
Got it.
beer that you're looking for here.
Interesting. Well, that's interesting. That's very cool. You said, it's maybe not necessarily if you're in the mood for a beer. Well, tonight I was not in the mood for a beer. So I am drinking a Cabernet Sauvignon. I'm drinking some red wine.
Ooh, so fancy pants.
A cab from 90 Plus Cellars. Have you heard of 90 Plus?
No, I have not.
So they are a pretty great company. What they do is they find wine from some of the top wineries ring the bell back. They find wine from some of the top wineries when they have excess, when they have a surplus of wine, and they need to sell it at a discount, but they can't. Maybe they need to get rid of it. 90 Plus buys this wine and resells it on their own label. So in other words, you're drinking what would maybe usually be like a $40 bottle of wine, but you paid $15 for it. because
Whoa.
90 plus sellers buys it at a discount and resells it to you because it was a surplus. There was extra. They needed to get rid of it. They wanted to sell it at a discount just to get rid of it, but they don't want to cheapen maybe these wineries don't want to cheapen their own brand, quote unquote, by selling it to you at like, oh, well, if it's only worth, $13, then it's not that, it can't be that fancy. I'm not going to pay $40 next time for it. So 90 plus buys it and they sort of anonymize it. So you're drinking like anonymous wines from these upper crust wineries at a discounted price. Look for it next time you're at like the liquor store or whatever.
I am. That is awesome.
It's great. So and it's they're usually like in the 15 to 20ish range, but you're getting a much nicer wine for that money. So a little pro tip there. If you don't know a whole lot about wine like I don't, and you're a little bit cheap like I am, but you still like to enjoy a nice glass of wine every now and then, that's what I do. So this is a 90 plus Cellars Cabernet Sauvignon, and it's I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. In the spirit of the descriptions we like to do, it has a dark black ruby color, aromas of watermelon, candy, peony, dill salad, bamboo, rose hips, and a raspberry cobbler with a round, vibrant, fruity, medium to full body, and peppery, subtle, long-dried cranberry. This goes on and on. Cranberry, cocoa butter, cigar box, wintergreen, and black licorice finish with well-integrated chewy tannins and moderate oak flavor. A warming, spicy Cabernet that delights with rich flavors and bright, appetite-stimulating acidity.
I don't think any of those flavors are actually in there. What the hell are rose hips? Like,
what is I don't know. I don't know.
Like, that's not in there. That's all fake. I feel like Thomas Hayden Church in Sideways, where Paul Giamatti is just like, oh, I taste this, this, and this, but it's swill, and he throws it out, and Thomas Hayden Church is like, tastes pretty good to me, and he just drinks some more. That's me right now. Yep. Oh, man, I do not understand what's happening. Yeah. Just everyone, so we know in real time right now, I am psyching co-host of Academy Rewind Palmer out on Twitter because he thinks that because I said that maybe the C-3PO with red eyes is 000 from the Star Wars trailer,
and he thinks it actually is.
No, and he thinks 000 is gray, not gold. And I said no. That's actually gray. You need to get your eyes checked. And we're just going back and forth. You're tagged in it. You can see the whole.
Oh my God.
You can see the whole thing back and forth. But I'm just psyching him out.
That's
for the heck
hilarious.
of it.
A little bit evil, and I approve.
Well, if anyone listens to Academy Rewind, they will understand where my where I'm coming from.
They will understand the impossibility of you trying to convince Palmer he's wrong.
Yes, that is right.
About it,
that
just
is
about
correct.
Anything. So, a noble effort, a valiant, noble effort, and please keep us posted on how that goes for you.
I will, but Frank, we're not here to talk about Star Wars. We're here to talk about D23. We are here to talk about D23. Just happened pretty recently, and there is news, Frank, because we do love ourselves a good bunch of Disney properties. I don't care about their trade agreements or whatever.
Yeah, right.
Just give me movies and other things. So
give me the movies.
So Frank, I have a bunch of information here, and I'm just gonna steamroll through a bunch of it. Some of it we don't have to talk about for a long time, and some of it we're going to talk about for a really long time. We'll see what happens. How does that sound?
That sounds great.
Great. Okay. First on the list, in Disney parks, there is a Marvel Land coming. Now there was a Star Wars Land that just opened, and now Marvel Land is coming, and you can go into Avengers headquarters, and you can go into Spider-Man shop and buy some web fluid or something, whatever, blah blah blah.
Probably not anymore.
Actually, well, no. Disney owns Marvel. Disney owns Spider-Man. They do not own the film rights to Spider-Man.
True. That's right. So yeah, I guess you could.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Disney can pump out as many Spider-Man cartoons as they want, comic books, toys, whatever. They can't make movies.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Yeah, that's right. The parks wouldn't be affected by that. Okay, that's cool.
That's cool. There's a first ever Mary Poppins area coming.
Yeah, so that's interesting.
Well, they had Mary Poppins Returns, And so they must have thought it was a good enough success to like throw, or maybe they thought it wasn't a big enough success because Mary Poppins isn't part of the parks. You know, she's not part of the system.
Yeah,
if that
maybe.
makes sense.
But this makes me think that there are more Mary Poppins films.
I agree. Me too. Because it's all synergy. That's how Disney is successful.
That's how they operate.
That's right. It's the synergy. So I'm excited for Mary Poppins area to go onto Cherry. It's Cherry Tree Lane, so you can go and you go to the Banks house and whatever. That's pretty cool. That's pretty exciting. And then Epcot is getting a redo, and they're getting a Guardians of the Galaxy area, which I thought is really strange because it's Epcot. Like around the world and also space. And also Marvel space.
Yeah, exactly. So odd.
Yeah, very odd. I wonder if it's a room thing or if like maybe the Guardians of the Galaxy area like will connect to Marvel Land, you know, like it'll bridge the gap between Epcot and Marvel Land. I'm not sure. I haven't been to Disney World and I couldn't tell you how long.
Disney World, I was there 3 years ago.
Were you? I don't remember that.
Yeah, I was there in 2016.
How was
I went
that?
With work. Oh, it was the best.
Oh yeah, because
blast.
you got to run around after the park was closed or something, right?
Well, we did do like extra magic hours and stuff, but
that's right. Yeah,
you may be thinking of. I got to run around when the park was closed when I went in high school, and my school let us go on. They made some deal with Disney where we got to go on Rock and Roller Coaster and Tower of Terror for like a couple of hours after the park had closed. We had like a private event.
That's right. I do recall
that was
that.
Cool. That was
That's
cool.
right.
But with work, yeah, no, it was. I mean, it was just we were there as at the same time anybody else was. Extra magic hours is for anybody who stays on property, and it was a blast. It was an absolute blast. I got to go with a bunch of my work friends and my wife. It was great.
Cool. That's very cool. I'm happy for you. Next up on our docket, the Disney Plus films and series. So Disney Plus is their streaming service. It's launching November 12th. And with that, there is kind of a slate of stuff that is launching. So first up in that slate, The Princess Diaries 3. Anne Hathaway returns and will focus on the ruling of Genovia.
I was
super
surprised
excited
by this.
Me too. I'm like, really, Anne Hathaway? Really? Like, Oscar-nominated Anne Hathaway, you're coming back for Princess Diaries 3.
That sweet, sweet Disney money is hard to say no to.
I was going to say money talks, and everyone loves the Princess Diary movies, and she has certainly distanced herself from that maybe type of boxed-in actress. You know, I mean, God, the Princess Diaries was what?
Early 2000s, like 2002 or something. Like
it was like 20 years ago. So almost 20 years. Yeah. So she has had a birth of a career that goes way beyond the Princess Diaries. So if she wants to return and have fun.
This did launch.
Yes, it did.
Though, you know?
Yes, it did. And now she is returning the favor by coming back for Princess Diaries 3. I do not know if Julie Andrews is returning. I would assume that she is.
I would hope she. I bet we get like. I bet it's like a cameo or a small part for her. It'd be hard to do it without her. I also wonder if Chris Pine is coming back.
Right, because they do get together at the end, don't they?
I think so. I saw that the Princess Diaries 2 like maybe twice because my sister was into it. It was like at the right age. I told her about this today, and her exact words. I don't think she'll mind me sharing this. Her exact words were, gross. The first movie is sacred. The rest can go away.
Wow.
So she's not excited about it.
Wow. Okay.
Harsh words from Steph.
Wow. Unexpected, almost, actually.
Kind of. I was like, I could have seen her been excited about it, but nope, not excited. Okay, cool.
I haven't seen the second one in so long, I couldn't tell you if it's good or not. But I mean, Anne Hathaway and Chris Pine and Julie Andrews, so can't be the worst thing in the world.
That's what I say. Yeah, I bet it's going to be actually pretty good. This is going to be. I predict this first slate of Disney Plus films will be better than like your direct to video stuff, because they're trying to put their best foot forward. So I think it's going to be probably like theatrical level talent in terms of the writing and everything,
but modest budget.
Yep. Production.
I think you're correct. Yeah. Well, I mean, they can save. They're certainly saving on distribution.
That's for sure. Yep.
That's a whole That's a whole part of the budget that they don't have to worry about, which is
And
cool.
marketing.
Marketing, right? You can just release it
Mm-hmm.
on Disney Plus, and there you go. People will find it. So next up, Lady and the Tramp launches on November 12th. It's one of their first films that are like, hey, this is a remake of one of our beloved classics, and it's just going to be on Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm. This is a terrible idea.
You think so?
Oh, it's an awful idea.
Oh, tell me more.
I mean, I don't think the appetite for these films is quite as much there as they hoped.
Good
I
point.
don't think Lion King was the success that they wanted it to be at the box office.
I critically wasn't a success. It did make tons of money.
Did it
Hold
cross
on.
$1 billion?
Hold on. Let me actually that's a great question, Frank. Lion King.
I will take back my words if I'm wrong. But my impression was that it didn't perform the way that
Holy moly. The original Lion King made $968 million at the box office.
wow.
It had a budget of $45 million.
Wow.
Wow.
That's nuts.
Oh, The Lion King is Disney's biggest grosser ever that is not an Avengers or Star Wars movie.
The new Lion King?
Yep.
Wow.
It has made 500. It has topped 510 in the North American box office. Past Beauty and the Beast.
Past Beauty and the Beast. Okay. It feels small to me, but I guess I'm thinking too much in the Star Wars and Marvel realm. So I'll take that back. I'll take that back. That I guess it broke a record for them, so it couldn't have been that bad of a performer at the box office. Critically, not acclaimed, and personally, I'm just not interested in this thing that they're doing anymore. I gave it a chance, but it's just like it's not for me. And I'm not gonna piss in the pool on this. If people are enjoying them, great. Please go see them, enjoy them, make memories with your kids, have a great time. I'm just not that excited about it. So I'm not excited for Lady and the Tramp, but that's fine.
With the worldwide box office, it's made $1,511,326,340.
Okay, that's very good. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, I would take half of that and be satisfied.
Yeah. I'd take 10% and be fine. I'd be happy.
Frank, I'd probably take 1%.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
I'll take 1% of that. No problem.
So okay, Lady and the Tramp. What else we got?
Lady and the Tramp. It has. Did you watch the trailer at least to Lady and the Tramp? I'm not done.
No,
yet.
I didn't realize it was a trailer.
Oh yeah, there was a trailer. It looks cute. Lady and the Tramp was a one that the VHS was worn out in my home.
I love that.
We
I did
had
love
to
that
buy
movie.
a new one. It looks cute. We'll see. I'll probably watch it because why not? What's
sure.
an hour and a half?
If you already paid for the service, you might as well watch the movie, right?
Right. Exactly. I mean, if I thought that way about the services that I had, then I'd probably never leave the house. So. Next one up is Noelle, which is Anna Kendrick is starring as Santa's daughter, and she is helping her reluctant brother become the new Santa, played by Bill Hader. And obviously she's going to be Santa at the end because he doesn't care and she does. It's a little obvious, but it looks really cute. It looks really cute.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that. High School Musical, the series. Did you see this?
Yeah.
It is set at the high school that the original High School Musical took place at, I think. No, that's not right. High School Musical exists in the world, and it is filmed at that same high school or whatever. It's like set at the high school they filmed at. I think that's what it is.
Okay.
And the kids are putting on High School the Musical because the movie was filmed there. It's very meta and slightly confusing. That's great. That's fine. We're a little old for High School Musical, but the songs are fun.
It was never my thing, so that's fine. I hope people enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. 2 off-script shows, one called Encore, or Encore, Bravo, Encore.
I was like, not Encore?
No, it's my Zap Brannigan.
Yes. Now I'm with you, yes.
Yes. Called Encore. Kristen Bell gives adults a chance to go back to their old high school with their classmates and put on a new production of a show they did when they were students. I am 100% on board for this. This is the dream.
I love this idea. I think this is a fantastic concept for a show. With Kristen Bell is like perfect for this. Like, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I can't wait. The World According to Jeff Goldblum. Jeff being Jeff in the world. Jeff Goldblum being Jeff in the world.
An even better idea than the last one. Like, this is truly genius. Like, oh my God, we have Jeff Goldblum at our disposal. What can we have him do? I don't know. What if he just walked around and was himself? Great, make it. Here's $10 million. Go do it.
Mm-hmm. It is indeed.
I love it.
It's gonna be fun. CG animated show Monsters at Work takes place after the first Monsters Inc. film. The original cast is back, and everyone's working at the Laughing Factory. Could be fun.
This sounds fun. This sounds cute. I doubt I'm gonna watch it regularly, but I'll definitely check out like the pilot. You know, like
it's not for us. It's not for us.
This is like when they made an Aladdin TV series and like a Beauty and the Beast TV, like, you know, like on Disney Channel in the 90s.
Yes, exactly. Good reference.
Yeah.
Lizzie McGuire is back. Hilary Duff is back playing a 30-year-old Lizzie McGuire navigating the city and stuff.
Another surprise. This is equally surprising as Anne Hathaway to me.
I guess Hilary Duff originally didn't want to come back, is what I had read, but then Disney money. So there you go.
Disney money.
Someone pointed out, I can't remember who, the internet pointed out, that like she's already on that show. It's called Younger. It's literally what that show is.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so didn't know that. Oh, well, Disney money.
There you go.
Diary of a Female President, which is going to be produced by CBS, but it's going to be on Disney+. I don't know how that works. Starring Gina Rodriguez, and I assume the actual star, a 12-year-old navigating her life in middle school to become the future president of the United States.
Yeah. This is interesting. This is really interesting. Produced by CBS. I think that's... So think about the way that Big Bang Theory was produced by Warner Brothers, but aired on CBS.
Right.
Right? It's the same thing of like CBS probably passed on this show for CBS All Access or for CBS Television. And so then the production company said, great, we'll shop it around. And Disney was the first person to say yes. First company to say yes. So that's how it's going to be on Disney+.
So interesting. Well, there we go. We'll see what happens. Love, Simon the series. It is a sequel to the movie, so it's set in that same high school, but it's got new characters, and the original writers of the film are back. I don't know if you ever saw Love, Simon. It's great.
I did, actually.
It's great.
Yeah. So is Berlanti involved in this?
No, he's not. The writers of the film are involved, but Berlanti is not.
Berlanti. Okay.
He's got enough to do. Get out of here, Berlanti.
Yeah.
You have like 50 shows on TV. You don't need Disney Plus money.
Seriously. Yeah, right.
The Sandlot is going to series. The original cast is back. The kids is going to focus on the kids of the original cast set in the 80s.
Got to do something about your kids. So this is interesting and kind of feels like it's out of nowhere. Just because, like, I don't know, The Sandlot, like, when The Sandlot had its, like, anniversary, was its 25th, 30th anniversary a couple of years ago, the whole cast got together and people got excited about it. But, like, is there enough of a Sandlot fandom to support a TV show? I didn't realize it was that popular.
I think it's that popular. Absolutely.
I just didn't, it wouldn't have occurred to me. I'm not against it. Just, it's like, that's cool. That's interesting.
Know what it is? It's there. We have nostalgia plus the 80s. We have 50s, we have 60s nostalgia, plus we can dive into the 80s. You know, like, it there's a lot going for them that's, I guess, popular right now. So
that's true.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
It's sort of their answer to Stranger Things.
Yes, that's kind of what I thought, but without the, like, magic and stuff.
Yeah, with baseball instead of monsters.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Moving on to Disney films. Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, coming out in a few months. Couldn't care less. First one was terrible. Moving on.
You did not like the movie. I didn't see it, so.
It's very pretty. It's not good. Mulan. Some footage was shown. Sounds promising. Looking forward to it. There is I guess the Star supported the Hong Kong police right now instead of its citizens, and so there's a hashtag boycott Mulan happening.
Got it.
And so I'm not involved. I do not know. This is why we're not a news show.
Yes.
Disney's Cruella coming out May 28th, 2021, starring Emma Stone. It is an origin story for Cruella de Vil set in 70s punk London.
I am sold on Emma Stone playing this role. I think that's a brilliant idea.
I wasn't sold until I found out that it's like an origin story and it's 70s punk London. Then I was like, now I'm back in. Now I
in,
want to
right?
see it. Yeah.
If you just told me there's an Emma Stone show that's about Cruella, I'd be like, okay, interesting. But all that context, put it all together, man.
Mm-hmm. I'm there for all of it.
So cool. So cool.
Not coming out for a long time, though. 2021. That's crazy. That's over 2 years away.
That's a long
and
time.
they already have a picture out. Like, here she
Wow.
is. I know. Jungle Cruise. Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt riff back and forth in their little video. It looks fun. They have great chemistry. They mentioned Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. It's pretty cute.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Disney owns Jumanji, right?
I don't know. I think so.
I will use my one lookup on this. I think they do. And this sure feels like a Jumanji.
Is it because it's the jungle?
It's the jungle. It's Dwayne Johnson. Like, it feels like they're kind of going for that vibe.
I don't disagree. I don't completely disagree with you. I think I'll have to wait and see what Jungle Cruise is actually about.
Of course. But just purely on the surface, it has it reminds me of
Jumanji.
Of that, yeah.
Which is excellent. His Jumanji film was super fun.
The original Jumanji is Disney.
Jumanji is Disney? Yeah. Okay. Cool. There's another small movie people might have heard of, Frozen 2, coming out November 22nd. They're back and stuff.
This was like an indie film that they picked up, right?
Yeah.
Frozen. Yeah. Okay.
Frozen. Yeah.
Not like popular with children at all, or not any kind of international sensation.
None whatsoever. They're back and stuff. Is there actually a happily ever after and stuff? We'll find out. And then a new movie next November, their Disney movie, is called Raya and the Last Dragon, where Raya hopes to find the last dragon on Earth to save her nation, and it's all based on Southeast Asian mythology. It sounds super fun.
It sounds like, super fun. Yeah.
Yeah, like a whole new fantasy world by Disney. I'm excited for that.
I want to hear more about this, and that's a year away. Over a year away.
That's over a year away. Mm-hmm.
I want to hear more about this as it gets closer.
Because they do a big Disney every animated release in November. That's kind of their animated. That's their window,
yeah.
And that's next November 2020.
Yep.
Speaking of fantasy series, Pixar's Onward coming out March 6th. I'm excited about this. Chris Pratt and Tom Holland it's like a fantasy world where all the magical creatures live in like suburbia, modern day, where it's not like it's not really magical anymore. It's just normal. And so they're going on a quest. I'm excited.
Anything that has those two in it, I'm excited for. So
Me too. And I'm excited about Pixar's next one. It's called Soul, which is Onward. The article I saw said Onward's coming out March 6, 2020. Soul is allegedly coming out June 19th, 2020, which seems really soon because I haven't seen anything for it. Thought that was odd. But anyway, Soul will talk about how babies already have a personality. The Soul trains at a seminar at U Academy before graduating and joining the world to live a life of purpose. The story follows Joe Gardner, played by Jamie Foxx, a middle school band teacher who dreams of playing jazz at New York's most prestigious jazz club, the Half Note. He dies in an accident, and his soul goes on to a journey to discover what it means to have a soul before coming back to Earth. And the person I assume who takes him around is Tina Fey.
Got it. That's cool.
Yeah, so that sounds fun and definitely going to make you cry.
Did you ever see the movie Heart and Souls?
No.
It is from like late 80s, early 90s. It stars a young Robert Downey Jr. and Kira Sedgwick and a bunch of other people. And it's basically about this kid who a bunch of random people die in a bus crash, and all their souls, like they're sort of, before they can go to heaven, they have to guard this kid throughout his whole life. And so they're all people think that they're his imaginary friends, but they're actually real dead people who he can see and who are sort of his like guardians, like his guardian angels, so to speak. Anyway, this concept sort of reminds me of that, of like, a person who dies and then sort of has to, you see what they do with their afterlife, and how that connects back to our life. It's interesting. I like that a lot.
That's cool. And Frank, that actually pretty much wraps all the news from D23. That's pretty much it. That's all. We did it. The whole kit and caboodle.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's fun stuff. Disney has a lot of
fun
stuff coming up. I feel like I didn't want to cave and register for D23, but for Disney Plus, but
Really?
I'm
I'm surprised.
I'm trying to. I'm like only in the sense that like I didn't want another streaming service. You know, I feel
Gotcha.
like I've got it's becoming like cable again. You know, except that you have to pay for each individual channel. And it's becoming a lot. But you know, I see all the stuff that's on here, and I'm like, they know they've got me. Like they know that I will feel too left out if I don't watch at least some of these shows and some of these movies. So
It's true.
I very much see a world where I have Disney Plus.
You know what? Speaking of left out, Marvel and Star Wars. I completely forgot to mention them. So Marvel's got a bunch of movies coming out and TV shows, and then Star Wars got TV shows and movie, and yeah, it's gonna be good. Probably. Yeah. All right.
Cool.
Well, you can find us at beerwithgeeks.com and Twitter and Gmail and Facebook. You can, of course, rate and review us online. You can go to patreon.com/thoughtbubbleaudio and give us some money to keep the show and the lights on. You can head over to thoughtbubbleaudio.com to check out all other Thought Bubble audio shows. You can find Frank on Twitter at Frank Ramblings. You can find myself at TimothyPG13. And that's it. I did it. I said all the stuff.
That's the stuff.
All right. That's the stuff. Okay, great. All right, Frank, I love you. You're a great person.
I love you too, bud.
All right. Talk to you later.
Bye. Cheers.
Cheers. Bye.
We're bad at this. I'm bad at this. Cheers.
Leave all of this in.
Probably will.
Good.
Cool.